We're back. Cross Community Church, I can't tell you how excited I am to tell you that we are beginning this weekend on the 24th of May at 10:30 a.m., the beginning of a three-phase, three-part reopening process here at church. And I am just thrilled. We sent out a PDF email file for all of you to read, but I want to just take a few minutes right now to go through some of the highlights, just to make sure, because some of you don't get the emails or somehow they get lost in transit. I just want to go over a few things so that we're clear, but we couldn't be more excited about coming back together as the church this weekend at the Cross. We'll still be live streaming, so none of that changes. We've been doing that for a number of years. But this week, we're coming back. So let me show you let's talk about a couple things, and you'll see them up on the screen as well. Phase 1 is going to begin this weekend on Sunday morning, and we're looking at approximately 50% capacity, which keeps us within the guidelines inside the church sanctuary building. Some of the things to be aware of. We want to be very, very respectful of everybody. There are many people who have lots of different concerns for how we're moving forward during this time of transition from phase 1 to phase 2 and phase 3. Each phase is very short, by the way. So if you find yourself concerned about a few things, it happens very quickly. So we're going to go, for example, this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. The following weekend, we will be adding Saturday evening. So we'll have Saturday at 5, Sunday morning at 10:30, and by then we'll probably know when we'll be adding the next Sunday morning service as well. So a couple things to be mindful of. Who should stay at home? We have the framework for that, but anyone who's in what would be considered the vulnerable category, anybody who has pre-existing conditions, any kind of chronic lung disease, diabetes, anything like that. Certainly if you have any signs and symptoms of illness, from fever to cough and sore throat, just stay online with us until the time is right for you there. We are in a phase where masks are required. So, in fact, last week, one of our families of the Cross, the Feldman family, they actually tried it at home and put the kids in the masks to see how well it would work. And it worked okay for Jack, but not as well for Kate and for Claire. So you want to be mindful of that, parents with children. Are the children going to be okay? Number one, walking into a room where everyone is masked. And then number two, being able to wear a mask as well. So something to consider as we're moving forward. The social distancing will be enforced. So we'll be mapping out the entire sanctuary. And our leadership team, led by Marty Scacera and the deacon team, they'll be making sure that we have the right seating arrangement so that we are accomplishing the social distancing. We will not, at the beginning, be able to provide childcare. So know that, parents, that may become a deciding factor on whether or not you're ready to return at this time. Sanctuary entry will be simple. We're going to use all the entrances, and we'll have a team at each entrance. 6-foot distancing. You'll be walked into the sanctuary. You'll be seated, and we're going to use the same procedure coming out of the sanctuary. And we'll walk you back out so that you can get back to your vehicle and leave. And we'll be making sure that we fulfill all of those social distancing obligations, keeping you safe and free from any kind of harm, we hope. Seating and dismissal will be really simple. We'll walk you in and we'll walk you out. So when we get to the end of the sermon, go in peace. We'll just pause for a moment, and then we'll just simply usher row by row back out to get you back to your vehicle. Common areas and the restrooms. We will not be starting right away with our fellowship time. So those common areas will be closed. The restrooms, for emergency use only. If you need it, of course, they are here and they are available. Our great concern is keeping everything sanitized and clean in between the usages. So it shouldn't be an issue in phase one at all with just the first service on Sunday morning, but know that the common areas will be closed and off limits at the beginning. Small groups and classes, we won't be having any of those on the campus. We'll continue with Sam Lamerson's Sunday school lesson. We're also going to continue with midweek for another week until we go back to Saturday night, but no Sunday school classes in phase one. We'll let you know when we're ready to start that back up again. And finally, really the most important thing to tell you, this physical fast that we have walked through together has been very difficult. We know that some of you don't have internet access. You haven't even been able to watch online, and we've talked each week. We've prayed together. We know that some of you are all alone and been living alone and really have had very, very limited contact, if any at all. So this is a time of great joy and great celebration. God has brought us through this. God is going to bring us to the other side of this. God has been in control of all of this. He ordained the perfect number of days that we would be apart physically, and He's ordained this Sunday, phase one at the cross, that we will open the doors again and welcome our church family, visitors, friends, back into corporate worship. We couldn't be more thankful for online services, but that is never a replacement for being together as the family of faith. That is just not what Jesus had in mind when He saved us individually, but saved us to community. We come together because we need to be together. We need each other as the body of Christ. So we can't wait for Sunday morning. If you can respond to the email, let us know if you're coming. We're trying to get an idea of how many to expect. But we can't wait to see you this Sunday. We won't be doing our regular fellowship in the service to meet and greet. We'll just kind of smile at each other. We'll sing through the masks. We'll do the best we can with what we have. But we will be praising God together again on this campus this weekend at 10:30. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you, and God bless you.